Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. In our previous video, we showed you how you can do this thing, that is running table, running total, and how you can put formulas, right? This is right, running total, and then one aspect of the sum if, which is actually conditional summing. Yeah, on the basis of sum within the sum range, the total is conducted, and that total can further be used in the computation. That's right. Okay. So we wrote these three formulas, and the issue is that writing this formula is outside the VBA. Means we were writing the formula inside in the worksheet only. So our VBA code, which is associated with this button, does not know this working. And when we click uh, this button, so that will execute, that will do the work thus far, because this we have included it, right? Anything which we have done to look up the quantities, for example, to look up the name of the material, that is being done, but the macro does not know this, right? So if we click this button, so it will do the work which is there, and the rest will go away, right? So it is always good that when you write the formula, you make sure that you update your VBA code, so that this accident does not happen, right? You have lost all the formulas in here, right? So let's get back to our sheet, and in which our today's topic and the index is that this was our previous topic, in which we learned about the absolute cell references and relative cell references, and in the sum if we used semi-absolute ranges, like start is absolute but end of the range is not absolute, right? And a running total was also done to show you the example, right? So in today's, we will use those formulas uh, inside the code, so that we don't lose the data. So these are the three columns which we have done, and this is where we write the formulas to bring them, right? So what we do is that we click here and it will stop, right? It will stop at the place where we want. So let's see that the breakpoint is well in place. That's right. So it will write these three formulas. It will show this to you, and then you can proceed further, right? Okay. So let's run this program. Okay, so it is now writing, it is doing the things which has been told to it. And what we are going to do is we get back to the sheet. Yeah, and here we have thus far it has written the formula. As you can see, the formula has been written, right? And how it has, what was the statement? The statement was this, right? As we did before that, all we need to do is write this formula and replace the hard coding. Like these are the two that 2 and this 2 is hard coding, because 2 will never remain 2, and the next row it should become 3, and so on and so forth. So we need to use this. You see, Rx is showing the value of 2. So whenever the formula is saying 2, we are writing equal to sign that will remain the same, and E will remain the same. Instead of 2, we will say and Rx in this, right? And then D2 is 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 multiplied by D, so multiply by D, and then again 2 is replaced by N and Rx, right? Rx is the variable which we are using for the line index, right? Okay, so it has written this formula successfully. You can see that. Okay, so all these 3 formulas has been written. Yeah, these 3 formulas are written already. Okay, and next is it is going to do away with the formula, so that the file size is reduced, right? So first of all, we want to show you, if we want to exclude this part for the temporary basis, then you have either the way to you put a comment uh, on comment, that is make it as a comment by putting apostrophe in as the first character, so that would disable this command, right? So in order to disable a set of command, collection of command, you know that this sequence can be omitted for the time being, then you can use such a statement. If 1 is not equal to 1, if it means it will never happen that 1 is never, right? So it means we are saying never do this until this command is reduced. So instead of disabling all these commands and then later on enabling it, we only need this if and if command, right? And close them in if and if command, and so it will jump this sequence, right? So we want to show you that what impact will it have if we do not do away with these formulas at back, right? And we save it, okay? So it is now writing and formula. This portion is not used, in which we are just replacing the values of them, right? So the file is ready now. Okay, so let's save it, Control S, and let's go and see. This is our lesson number 24. This, what is the file size? It is 134 KB if we do not do away with the formulas, right? The formulas are there. So this is the impact, and that you can see there is a formula, there is a formula, there is a formula. Okay, now we rerun this command. We rerun it, and removing this disablement by pressing apostrophe here. Okay, we disable this portion, or we can enable it and we say equal to. This is also, if 1 is equal to 1 will always be equal to 1, so it means always do this. So this way you learn one more thing, how to disable a set of commands without making them comment. This is like without the use of apostrophe, right? You can disable a set of command, or you can later on, and now we have enabled the set of command, right? So let's run this again. Yeah. Okay, so this time it is going to not only write the formula, but also it will make it will clear all the formula at the background. And now we save it. You remember that was 164 KB, right? And now after saving, it is just 92 KB. That much is a difference, you know. One instead of 164, it is 190, 50%. Or rather, I would say that it is a double difference, you know. So when you really don't need the formula, it is always good that you write the formula into the code, and in the code you also write the statement which reduces the file size by making these values as a literal values. The cell is here. What we are saying the range I2 is equal to I2, means the value of its age. So that makes that's forces the computer to write this 30 inside the cell. This forces the computer to write this 10 inside the 10. So doing away with the formula which was occupying the file size, the memory of the computer, and making your system overloaded and slow. This is the efficient way of doing that. When you don't need the formula, let the formula go away and make your file size compact. Thank you very much for joining us. Inshallah, then we will come up with an further enhancement of this working and then next video. Thank you very much.